Okay, don't click off. I know, old white guy, but I have some information for you that may really help in your photography career or photography hobby. Now, I wasn't going to do this video, but a video that I watched this morning, I just enjoy a cup of coffee and watching some YouTube videos on photography. There's a lot of great stuff out there. And this one was no different. It really was a good video, except for one gentleman who was a professional photography curator. I use that loosely. I don't know this man's background, but he made one comment. It was a bunch of photographers that were street photographers. And Vivian Maier came up and he said that because she wasn't critiqued and didn't get the public's opinion, her work was very limited. Now, here's the thing. Vivian Maier did photography for herself. She never shared it. It was literally all for herself. It wasn't until after death, I believe, it was after death that her work became public. You know, obviously someone, started producing it, I'm sure, to share it, and I'm sure somebody's making a buck off of it. That's neither here nor there. But she did this for herself. Now, saying that because she wasn't critiqued and didn't get public opinion, her work was limited, is pretty much the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. She didn't care what other people thought. She did this for her own enjoyment. That being said, years ago, there was a photographer on Facebook, and he shared his photos on Facebook. And a friend shared this with me because they were so pissed off about the comments. So he was doing light painting stuff, and he was a beginning photographer. It wasn't the best work, but it was a beginning photographer's work. Nothing wrong with it, and he knew what he had to fix. And he was not even close to saying, "Look at how great I am." It was, "Hey, look, I'm starting out in photography. I just wanted to share this stuff." And this other pro photographer got on and just ripped him to shreds. And then, three comments in, the same thing that happens every single time. "Well, I'm a pro and I shoot for this company, this company, and this company, and you don't know what you're doing." I still didn't make a comment, but it does infuriate you a little bit. The reason I'm bringing this up is even the photo critiques on YouTube where pro YouTube photographers critique other people's work, and sometimes I think, okay, well, there's some good advice here on basic techniques and helpful, and then there's stupid. Like, they'll go as far as critiquing the model they used for their photos, saying that she has this problem with her face and that problem with her features, and I'm sitting here going, this can't be real. Like, critique your own work. I know it sounds kind of hard and difficult, but you can definitely get advice from people that you trust. But sending out to these kind of opinionated, it's just crap most of the time. And you can look at your work and say, "Hey, this is what I have to improve." Learn about the rule of thirds and composition, and that kind of stuff will help you a lot. And believe me, I dump the rule of thirds so many times it's not even funny, because I want something different and unique, and it may not be appealing to everyone, but I don't care. For my own work, I do my own work and I enjoy it. Now, I have clients. My last critique came from one of my photos from this camera, the Fuji X106, which they said, this work is amateur. You should never have shadows in your photos. No, it was at a beach, and the company that flew me to the location, put me up in a hotel, and paid for my photography, said, "This is what we want, and here's your check. We love it." But for him, a 20-year pro, it was pure amateurish, and it's not how you shoot. Okay, I get this shit all the time. It doesn't faze me because I smile all the way to the bank. Okay, but if you're a young photographer and you take this stuff to heart, it can hurt. And I saw it in this Facebook guy and many others, where they take this stuff to heart, or shy away from photography because of comments like this. Critique your own work. Like literally, go out and shoot. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or otherwise. Go out and shoot and look at it and go, I could do this better if I did this, or I can move the camera this way, or I reach out for help always. Watch YouTube videos for photographers and see what you like and see what works and see what doesn't. But when it comes down to it, your opinion on your work is what matters the most, okay? And if you're doing it professionally, your clients matter the most, not somebody critiquing a photo. You know, going back to Vivian Maier's work, it's just spectacular on what she did in her body of work. And it's what she wanted to do. And for someone to say, well, she's limited because she wasn't critiqued by someone like him or didn't get public opinions, it was the ultimate straw that broke the camel's back. That's all I gotta say. So please, ignore the comments. Don't even pay attention to them. Just critique your own work, share it if you want to, keep it for yourself. This is the greatest, I think it's the greatest hobby in the world. I really do. It's just so much fun. And that journey of growing, like I look at my beginning of work and I go, what the hell was I thinking? I went through, you know, the know-it-all to the over-processing to the, I've done it all. And I've made all the mistakes. And believe me, I help a lot of photographers in my classes and so forth and just give opinions. But they're opinions. You know, you've got to love your own work. You've got to ignore the noise that you're going to get. And believe me, you're going to get noise because some people have nothing better to do than to put other people down. Okay, so don't listen to it. Just do you. Do your photography the way you want to do it. Enjoy it. And if you love it, I don't give a shit how bad it is. If you love it, it's good enough. It really, really is. Now, 10 years down the road, you may look at that thing that was just spectacular to you back then and go, what the hell was I thinking? I've done it. But it's okay because you've got to start somewhere. And I just don't want you to get deterred or have this kind of feedback change your path in any which way, shape, or form. That's it. I'm done with my rant. Thanks for watching as always.